Hey guys, I'm Andy from Overkill Customs. Today we have a 2025 Shelby F150 in the shop. We're gonna do some stereo upgrades. Let me show you what we're working with. So this is what we're working with. We got the back seat of this F-150. Now this is like every other F-150. It is dressed up a little bit, but underneath these seats, there is a storage compartment that, you know, folds down and whatnot, but we don't care. We're gonna take it out and build a cool enclosure here. We're gonna put a pair of 10s in it, and then we're also gonna match the vinyl here, and then add some cool designs and make sure we show off the Shelby in all of its glory. Okay, so the first step in this process, we dropped the back seats, we removed the factory subwoofer. It was a 7x10, it's an infinite baffle. It does okay, but it's definitely not gonna be heard over our pair of 10s. We've now built a amp rack board that we're gonna bolt in the factory location. Now, I have a couple templates, we've made these over the years, but it tucks in nicely in the factory spots. The only thing difference on this body style and the older ones is the factory amplifier, when the B&O systems had a bolt right here, this one does not. It bolts down here. No problem with it is right here, there's still a hole in the back metal, so we're gonna put a riv nut there, then we'll bolt this right here, and we won't have to drill any holes in the system. Now we're gonna go down to here, where the bottom of the mount, and we're gonna use that for the ground wire, so the least obtrusive as possible. Okay, so I'm back in the wood shop. I've already designed our subwoofer enclosure. I got our measurements. I know what we're gonna do with it. I've already went through. So this, I used stack fabrication, and what we made a little shape, and then we've glued them all together and just cut with a router. This is a very time-consuming process. It's not overly difficult, but once again, it's just time. So I've got these for both sides. If you see, I've got the box kind of mocked up, and we'll put it like this here. I cut the side piece long enough, and what I did, I cut it down to where it's gonna be. And then now, this is here, what we're kind of looking at, something like that. And now we're gonna do the hard part, what I'd call it, and we're going to attach these two pieces together, and then we're gonna use a sled on the table saw, and then we'll cut this angle as far as we can, then we're gonna have to finish it off with a hand saw if we can't get far enough. Unfortunately, the table saw footage didn't come out that well, and I couldn't really film myself using a handsaw and get a decent angle. So trust me, that's how I do it. I promise, I'm not gonna lie to you. But now we're back in action. I'm gluing everything together. We're just using Titebond 2 wood glue. I don't really care for Titebond 3 or Titebond 1. This is just gonna be my preferred option. But I'm going through, putting brad nails through all the bottom. Once I got the sides in there, I kind of get a rough idea where it's gonna go here. And then I kind of set it down in place. And then I'll go through and place a couple front boards on there before I fully secure everything in spot. Now, I always struggle with trying to get the boards in a perfect location when it comes to at an angle. So I'm doing a little cheat here. I'm using some liquid nails, kind of fill it in like frosting. And any little gap, you know, if I get a 1/16 of an inch, it fills it in very straight, solid. If you saw right there, I put a nail in, it was a little off, so I had to take it apart and put it back together, which, as long as you don't go nuts and put too many nails in it, you can make that work. Now, plenty of nails help. Now, the glue itself is way stronger than the little brad nails, but the brad nails are there to hold it until the glue sets. And then I go across the corner, fill up any little gaps, push it in with my finger. Obviously, this is not a same-day process. This is gonna be a next day. And then once we're under the bottom side, we're gonna go ahead and smear the rest of all the gaps in. I mixed up some body filler, and we're going to coat almost the entire box with it, because when you put multiple pieces of wood together, it never lines up correctly. So this way, we can hide any flaws we have. It's been my key to success with body fillers to put a larger area than you probably need, just not very thick. You can always sand it off, but you can feather edge out all the areas, the little bitty wrinkles, but the vinyl is very unforgiving. So if you have any little detail showing, it'll pop up. Now I'm gonna start sanding everything down with 36 grit sandpaper. And then once I've got that all finished, level, flat, where I like it, then I'm gonna finish it off with an 80 grit sandpaper. It makes the vinyl stick really well to it, and it's a nice finish. The sides where our logos are gonna go, so we wanna make sure that since it's gonna be embossed, any imperfection will be seen. So what I did, spent plenty of time on the side. The front is less of a big deal because we're gonna put a piece of acrylic on top. And once we do that, you're going to cover any small imperfections, but the idea is to get as close as possible. Okay, I skipped some steps here. What I did, went ahead and finished off the rest of all the body work, did the round over, put some filler on it. I mounted the, I would call it recess, so the outcess for the recess at the lane here, and then I put body filler on this. If this was done in carpet, I wouldn't need to do this, but now we've got this. When we put this piece of acrylic into it, it'll sit flush. I need to take a router and put a nice little groove here to tuck carpet, because there's no need to kill myself over putting vinyl here when we just cover it with carpet. And then I've also, bear with me, it's a little heavy. The sides, we cut some pieces of leather with the laser, because you can't use PVC because that creates chlorine gas, it's bad. So we cut our logo for the sides, and then we're gonna vinyl over it. So it'll be a nice little calling card. When anyone sees it, they knows who built it. So I just finished up this box here. We wrapped everything with vinyl, did the top in carpet, did the front with this really cool acrylic. I'll do a zoom in here in a second, but the pattern here on the side you can't see, I'm not sure, but the pattern here is the hexagon. It's a stretch hexagon that's in the seats. So we decided to take the red from the seat with the hexagon pattern, do that. Then we had to put the word Shelby on it. The customer was always upset that the truck doesn't have enough Shelby markings for his taste. So we made sure we appropriated that spot for him. Put our little branding on each side, embossed in vinyl. So subtle, but still there. Now let's get this thing installed in the truck. Thanks for watching. I'm Andy from Overkill Customs. We're located in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you'd like to reach out, 615-462-6074. You can also find us on all the socials, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We're gonna be Overkill Customs TN, and you'll find us there. But if you wanna watch any other cool content, like these Shelby trucks we're building, or the Jaguar headlights, or our SWAT truck, stay tuned.